Hi friends, in today's video we are going to be seeing chapter number 81 of the book Corporate Chanakya. The title is Make People Accountable. So if you are an entrepreneur, a businessman, a boss or a mentor, this chapter is very essential for getting productivity from your employees or juniors. While it's difficult to get the right people for the right job, it's even more difficult to make the people currently working with you be more productive and efficient. Chanakya has a solution for this. If employees are not productive, then impose a fine on them. Yes, you may be surprised, imposing a fine on them. Chanakya provides an example in a sutra which comes in book number 2, chapter 7, sutra number 26 of Kautilya's Arthashastra. Let me read the sutra for you. He, the leader, should wait for 1 month. If the accounts officer has not brought in the day-to-day accounts, after 1 month, the officer shall pay a fine of 200 panas, increased by that amount for each succeeding month. Panas is the unit of calculation during those days, like we have paisa and rupee in today's calculation. However, this system is to be implemented one step at a time according to Chanakya, who lists the tactics called Sama, Dana, Danda and Bheda. But how do we follow this system? Here are some tips in this particular chapter. First, define what is expected. This is the first step. Clearly spell out what is expected from the employee. Most problems start when we do not communicate our expectations clearly. A well-defined job profile and job description will help a person understand his or her role. One way of doing this is to document these roles and expectations. The best way is to make the person write it himself or herself before he or she forgets. Second, regular supervision. Keep an eye on the person who is doing the work. Regular supervision and asking the right questions will help if the employee is about to lose direction. You must allow the employee freedom to carry out the task in his or her method or style. You need not define how, but you will have to define what and why. It's important that the person maintains his focus on his productivity. Third, reminders and follow-up. When you do this for the first time, it will take some time for the person to understand it. However, with patience and practice, incorporate this into a system which runs the show rather than doing this yourself. Of course, if you keep issuing reminders, the work still doesn't get done, then it is time to take some serious action. The last point is the fine. This Chanakya suggested that the unproductive employees must be fined. Just announcing this or making this part of the company's policy will not help. One has to implement it from time to time. This will get rid of lethargy and laziness, and the employee will act quickly to protect himself or herself. It will also send the message that you are serious about your business and no one can take work for granted. So this was chapter number 81 of the book Corporate Chanakya. Thank you so much for making this one of the best sellers in spite of being in the market for more than 10 years. Next week we look forward to one more chapter. Thank you once again for making this book a grand success.